All right, we're back for the Unsolved. This is the finale of the Janice May's murder, November 26, 1955. You guys, I know we told you that we were going to be here on that day, but the reenactment of this is even better because it's bitter cold here in Canton, Illinois. You agree?
Oh, very cold.
This is how cold it was that day, because in the book Scapegoat Justice, which is the biography of that horrible day, it describes it as a bitter cold day with skips of snow. More than skips of snow out here today, huh, Connie?
Oh, very cold, snow.
Chloe Clyde, Midwest Medium, excuse me. Anyway, this behind you was, what was it, Chloe?
This was the Capitol Theater in Canton, Illinois, where everybody come to watch movies. It was a very beautiful theater. And this is Janice May's last day to watch a movie at the Capitol Theater in Canton, Illinois.
Our purpose of being here, we're going to reenact exactly the path, the very last path that she took. This started here at as the book says, a Saturday afternoon matinee. This was a big, beautiful building until, believe it or not, your journalist, Tony Jackson, there was a horrible gas line explosion here in Canton 2 years ago. Canton is strong. It blew up this building, and so many others had to be torn down. This is also the building where Janice May went to the theater. And let me tell you something, guys. The building's gone. And as you follow this path today, we're going to take you to her home, which is where she ate that supper of hamburger,
Potato salad,
baked beans,
and fruits.
So you hold on and remember that movie on Saturday where everybody came out and saw it. You know how it is, small town, 1955, wasn't no internet, wasn't no PS4. What it was where all kids gathered. So imagine how happy she was. Popcorn, drinks. Her father worked at International Harvester. He had been there for 19 years, Dean Mays. So you know they probably had a little money for little snacks. Then she came on to a nutritious meal. And you know, my eyes are watering, you guys, because that's how bitter cold it was. This matters for you to remember. This is a reenactment of what really took place and how it felt. See, we are real journalists. We go out, we get the real story. So no matter what goes on, Chloe, a Midwest medium who has a special gift, and me, I guess I just look good, kind of smart. We're going to show you how this is going to go. So you make sure you stay in contact with us and stay on our channel, because we're going to travel all around the globe, getting to the truth, or at least trying our hardest to get to it. She has a gift, and you guys, hold on. We'll be right back. Okay, behind us is an empty lot now, but this was the home of Janice Mays, the 8-year-old blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl who was bludgeoned and murdered November 26, 1955. Today is November 27, 1955. The roads were so bad here in Canton, Illinois yesterday. Imagine in November, you know, years ago it probably was even more cold, because the book even states it was a bitter and cold day. Believe me, it's bitter and it's cold. Anyway, this empty lot, this was a modern brick ranch home which Janice May lived in. Can you imagine that, Connie? Chloe, can you imagine that? She was eating hamburgers, potatoes, fruit, baked beans.
Normal Saturday day, enjoying herself.
Because Scapegoat Justice states that at 1:50 p.m., her dad and her brother and her mother, Jean, were in the midst of their lunch. And then shortly after that, Dean took her mother, who was an RN, registered nurse, to Graham Hospital, where she was due to be on shift at 2:50. Followed her timeline. Movie over at 1:50. She came home to a modern brick home because he worked at International Harvester for 19 years. By coincidence, International Harvester burnt down shortly after that. The mystery goes on.
Yes. Like it was a curse. The Harvester where he worked, the theater no longer exists. Janice May no longer exists.
But Chloe, Clyde, and Tony Jackson, we exist.
Yes.
And you know what? We're now going to take you and follow the footsteps. The last footsteps, supposedly, that she took on that day. And you know how much we believe in ourselves? We're willing to get out there and walk with you. We want you to feel what it must have been like when you wake up, not knowing that's going to be your last day on earth. So stay tuned. Gets even better. So there you go. 6th Avenue. This is the street, the last walk. And this is the path that we're following to try to trace down exactly what happened that fateful day when Janice May never returned home. Now we'll be going to the last place where a human being, Mr. Largent, was alerted by her 12-year-old brother Jimmy that her brother Billy, age 14, was down by the boxcars, which we're going to be showing you those. And you guys decide. All you remember was bitter and cold, because they claimed they turned around and came back home. Just saying, allegedly. We'll see you in a very few. Hold on. All right, this is Mr. Largent's. This is where 12-year-old Jimmy came after walking from the 6th Street, the empty lot, which was their home, to this old filling station right here. This is where he ran, and he said, "Help! My sister is down there. My brother Billy needs your help." Billy was the 14-year-old who didn't go to the movie. He ran all the way back. Jimmy ran all the way back home because he thought he heard a noise when he was supposedly looking for his sister. You know, it was bitter cold that day. I bet you I wouldn't be running back home looking to see if my sister was doing chores. But anyway, there's a house that's connected. This is Mr. Largent's house. And this home is where supposedly Mr. Largent was being asked to use the phone by Billy because they needed help. Mr. Largent looked east, which would have been down this way, and when he looked down there, he saw Billy down there at the end waving his arms for help. Mr. Largent told Jimmy to call the police. Now we're going to take you to that one drastic day, November 26, 1955, where 8-year-old Janice May, blonde-haired, beautiful angel, was found bludgeoned. And shortly after that, they determined that she was murdered. So hold on, it's cold out here. Be right back. The first one?
Yep.
All right, this is Hickory and 4th. This is the street that we're going to show you where Janice May's body was found. So now you see the street sign. I'm establishing the scene of the crime.